Hi, it's me, Honey the Solar Punk, and I am sick. I feel like I'm sick every time I make a video, but I made a video a long time, and I want to talk about something that's been a point of, just a point of conversation throughout this whole year for me. And I think it's something that's forgotten a lot in solar punk. Solar punk has died down a little bit, you know. But so this topic is something that's died down a lot. And the conclusion that I've come through milling on this and talking about it and talking to elders and talking to people all year is that the biggest part of developing community is communal responsibility. And something I've had conversations with tons of people in my life about it. What it means, what it looks like, what actions we can take and stuff. And it's basically like you see something broke, fix it, you know, in your community. And we know about like using your, you know, communal public spaces like libraries and amphitheaters and stuff. But it's also finding ways to intertwine and engage the community or build community. Study how to build community for yourself, even just outside your immediate family, right? Or how to just be a better community member. Like really meditate on it. I know the quality is really bad, but this is an important conversation. And just stuff like I live in Michigan, and it's like we can sit around and complain about the potholes all day, which there's less of them. Thank you, Gretchen Whitmer. But just, you know, if there's potholes in your neighborhood, fill them. Or get a few people together and fill them. Because something I see is that when you start doing, people start following, right? When you start doing something, people start following. And this happened to me when I was in Trinidad recently. I was cleaning up a very popular natural destination. It's like a tar slats and stuff and sulfur pools. But there was trash everywhere. And I started cleaning it up. And me and someone else started cleaning it up. And then someone else joined. And another person joined. And part of this evoking the spirit and the air of communal responsibility. Studying some of the indigenous wisdom of being stewards of the land and stuff and supporting them in that. And, you know, things like, you know, you see your neighbor's lawn getting too high, like ask to help cut them. Like a lot of my original career, which was gardening and horticulture and landscape architecture, right? I can't do it anymore because of a myriad of reasons, mostly my health, right? I'm so sick. All my clients were elderly people, or people who just couldn't garden, or who loved the garden, who loved landscaping, who loved their house to look well, but they couldn't do it. And I specifically targeted those people, and I specifically didn't charge them the same amount as local landscapers would. Because I was a small company, it was just me and one other person, or just me by myself, just doing the work that they couldn't do. And having an air and a spirit of communal responsibility made it worth it for me, you know. And there's just so many things, like seeing every child is your child, or being protective of every child, every animal in your vicinity, you know. You know, if you're someone who feels lonely or feel like, oh, you don't have friends or a community, it's like, are you being a good friend though to the people around you? Are you a good person? Are you a good community member? I feel like as an adult, being a good community member is the number one sign that you're, you know, all the way together. Like, you know, go out there and volunteer. Are you lonely? Go out there and meet people. Help people who are homeless. Help people who need care with their children, with their pets. It's just so much of this year, the positive parts of this year for me has been me having the spirit of communal responsibility and acting on that, and developing community and maintaining it with richness. Like once you get community members, and it's like, oh, I'm overwhelmed. I have all these people and this schedule to maintain, and that was difficult for me at first. And then I slowly just like communicating with people, be like, hey, it'd be better if we did this on the weekend instead of on a Tuesday, even though it's my day off. But I can't do, spending time with you and XYZ all at the same time. Having boundaries about it, being something, enjoyable for you. Even if you're somebody, like I have a really good friend, she doesn't like interacting with people a bunch, she's very introverted, and I always tell her, like, we always talk about parallel socialization is what we call it. Keep utilizing your public and communal spaces, but it doesn't mean you have to interact with people. So you can go to the library and sit by yourself and drink a tea and just read a book, but you're still, in checking out those books, you're still utilizing the space, and you're still seeing people watching and seeing people around you talk and stuff like that. Things like that matter. Even if you're not a social person and you want to do something like, oh, that turn off in your neighborhood, that bush is overgrown, chop it so people can see safely. Your neighbor's mailbox is looking real, crazy or something. Ask them if they need help. Just ask people if they need help. And people, all they can say is no, and they can be mean about it. But, having that air of like, I'm just not my home. My house is not just my home. My neighborhood is not just my home. My community, but the whole earth and everything is my home. My community is my home. My neighborhood is my home. When I look out the window, what I look at is my home. So if there's trash out there, if there's damage to the road, if there's all these things, I am going to take responsibility and fix it. And when you see people doing that, others start, like, when, like, one person starts mowing their lawn or blowing leaves, then all of a sudden everybody's out there blowing leaves and mowing their lawn. It's very much happens like that often. I would say the biggest one with this is probably trash. Like if you see trash on the side of the road or at the beach, don't be shy to clean it up. Get you some gloves. Where I live, there are a lot of, users and stuff near the college areas in, this area. I have the little pincher things, the picker-uppers. Wear gloves, thick gloves and pinchers, garbage bag. Get it together for the public, for the wildlife, and for just visual stimulation. And I think it's so important. An important part of solar punk that's missed so much is the community part. And I think there's like a very glamorized view of what the community part looks like, where it's like, oh, we'll all have community gardens and a library economy, and we'll just use libraries for everything, or all these really glamorized things. I'm out of water. But it's more than that. It's, if you see a need, fill a need. If you can provide a service, do it. Especially since the economy's so bad, everyone's broke, right now. And I'm not saying don't charge anybody anything. If you really, have a service that you need to get your hot dogs and rice, whatever, right? Your broke people meals and stuff. Hey, I'm about to be there. Charge people, sure, but like, don't be ludicrous about it. I'm the kind of person who, I don't have a problem doing certain services for free. People mostly offer to pay me. I don't really ask them about payment that much. I don't have a problem doing services for free. The freedom of doing something for free is amazing. Okay? Going and taking care of an elderly member of your community for free. Loud as commercial. Of your community for free. Taking care of a relative's dog for free. Watching somebody's kids for free. Just doing it because you can, because you're able to. Not because you need something out of somebody. I feel like that's part of solar punk too. Of like this idea of this futuristic world that is in line with nature. And to be in line with nature is to be a functioning part of it. And for humans, that means being a functioning part of community. You know, us as human animals on this earth, us getting to being a functioning part of the animal kingdom is going to be a long road, honestly. We have all the tools we need to get there, but we're just not using them, you know, for several reasons. Because people aren't allowing us to, or because we just don't know that they're there. But being a functioning member of your home, your neighborhood, your community, it's such an important part, and I don't see it talked about. I see a lot of the aesthetics. The aesthetics are nice. The beauty of solar punk, the technology of solar punk. The technology of solar punk is so cool. I was just listening to music of the plants. Stuff like that is dynamite. But the grassroots part of it is important too. And not this aesthetic internet version of building community, like the real way. Like going out and giving flyers, talking to people sometimes. You know, if you want a best friend, you have to talk to many, many people. If you want a partner, you have to talk to people. You have to go out and have hobbies. You have to go have hobbies that mean something. And meet up with these people who have skills and trust other people who have skills. So, that is conversation about today. I hope you enjoyed my little video. I haven't made a video in a long time. And yeah, the spirit of communal responsibility. So, bye. I'm sick. I will try to make a video where I am not sick for once in my life. And I'm moving. So when I move, I plan on making a big video and talking a little bit about what's been going on the past few years. I've been kind of in and out. And this YouTube channel is not really about anything of me trying to be like a YouTuber or anything. It's to help me get over my stage fright and talk about something that's interesting to me. So you don't need to like, but please comment down below and add to the conversation any tips and stuff. And I want to do like a reaction video one day to like Robin Greenfield, because I love his videos. He cracks me up, but I love his videos. So comment down below, please, and engage in the conversation. Bye. That was Honey the Solar Punk. And let life imitate art. There we go.